are BEAUZ, and we will be your host for the next hour.
All right, so Johan and Bernie, how's it going?
It's good. How are you, Elaine?
Good. So tell us about where you guys are at right now and a little bit about BEAUZ.
We are in Berkeley, California, in Johan's house.
Yeah. Right now it's rainy. It's kind of gloomy.
Very gloomy.
But yeah, BEAUZ, we are a producer duo that started from LA. But since Johan, me, I'm studying in Berkeley, so oftentimes we have to travel back and forth from LA to SF. And that also gives us capability to take over both cities.
Yeah. And so okay, so you guys are brothers. So tell us a little bit about that and how this whole project came about.
Well, it really started around like 3 years ago. Basically, Johan has some experience playing around with FL Studio, producing some hip hop beats, and then the passion of EDM really came through probably like 3 years ago when I went to USC. When I went to USC, all my friends were listening to Avicii and Skrillex were like on their way to rise to the top. And then I was very influenced by that. Actually, ever since before USC, we were really in love with the nightclub scene in Taiwan, actually, and we kind of referred to electronic dance music just as simply as party music. Yeah, but then after that, I was really inspired by Avicii, Skrillex, and all the other artists rising at the time. And then so I told Johan, hey, why don't we start making some beats like that, you know? And then
that's where it started.
That's where it all started.
And at first, as brothers, it's always good to partner up because we give each other like honest opinions, and also we encourage each other to be more creative. And also we kind of even if the track was shit in the beginning, we kind of encourage each other to think, oh yeah, this is creative, this is good. Just keep going, you know?
It's not that shitty.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah. So I mean, so were you both what were you guys doing in Taiwan?
We were going to school. We're attending the international Taipei American school over there. So it's an international school. Basically, all the kids there speak English.
And it's a very interesting environment because in Asia, the party scene is actually quite different than the party scene here.
Very different.
But the clubbing scene, they still play clubbing music, like EDM, all those kind of sorts. That's where we got our inspiration from. But since we are in an enclosed American community in Taiwan, we're able to like directly get in contact with this kind of culture and infuse what we see in Asia. And so that's how it really triggered us to be like, oh, we really can make clubbing music, you know? Like this is definitely something that our calling, you know?
Yeah. So you say that it differs from the US. So how would you compare the scene over there and over here?
I think in general, people in Asia just go out and drink and party more. In US, like especially in California, people prefer to stay home or like have house little kickbacks, you know?
Or like festivals.
But then in Taiwan, at least when we were seniors in high school, wow, all our friends like go out like crazy every weekend, you know? It's just like non-stop partying.
Buy tables,
yes.
And they go to like hit up the famous clubs. The party scene is just very prolific there.
Yeah.
From here, you go to people's house party, you don't really experience much difference in everyday life. But when you do go clubbing, you meet different people, see different DJs, you hear different music, and that exposes you to a lot of different kind of opportunities too.
That's how we fell in love.
What made you guys decide on the name?
Well, BEAUZ, I don't know. We were just one day. I was just on dictionary.com. I was just like searching random words. Actually, I don't even know how I started typing BEAU, and then a list of names just came down. And like initially, our name was actually BEAUX, Beau. And Beau in French basically means like a dapper, dandy man. So, and that's what we wanted to like portray ourselves as, because we were actually really into fashion as well. We even had a dream of starting a clothing line before all the music stuff. But yeah, we really like basic fashion. We like fashion and like we like making ourselves look good. So I thought like Beau really portrayed our characters really well. And then we changed to BEAUZ officially about a year ago because people just had so much difficult time to pronounce our name.
Yeah.
Like some calls us Bukes, some calls us Oaks, whatever. honors. So and then so changing to Z is actually quite a career move.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And so what were you guys studying then? Or like, what would you guys be doing if you weren't producing music?
Well, damn, I would be doing finance for sure because I mean, we were from a family of doctor. My dad's side family is doctors. They run hospitals in Taiwan. But then we didn't really have that. I guess not the genes, you know, to study. I just can't get it. So I did a finance internship during my senior year in USC. I loved it in the beginning, but then you know. It just doesn't give me the feeling I have when I'm doing music, like putting all my thoughts and all my energy into music. It's just different for me when I just sit in front of a computer doing Excel spreadsheets all the time. That's just different, you know. That's not what I feel like I want to spend the rest of my life doing. That's why I'm giving all my energy trying to do this music.
Yeah.
For me, I'm still studying right now, so I'm studying political economy. It's quite interesting for me because I've always liked social sciences, but if I were not be doing music, I would just live a normal life. Music is kind of like a channel for us to express our passion, express our love for music, and for how we want to help people. So, for example, we have a family that runs hospital. They treat people medicinally. They treat people with medicine and sciences, right? But for us, we want to reach out to other people with our music. Like that is in a sense helping the community with our own way, right? And we love doing it. So we feel like giving up our previous passion as finance or econ major is definitely a right move to do because our music can reach out to people this way.
So you talk about affecting people that way and being able to help others that way. What do you want people to feel when they're listening to your music?
We have a lot of different kinds of fields because we really try to experiment in different kind of genres. But generally, our music will want to direct people to focus on the positive energy in life, positive energy that should build them and should make them more patient, make them more thoughtful, make them more positive. You know, like for example, if you hear a dance beat, when you dance to it, your worries go away, right? And if you hear an emotional song, someone understands you, someone out there wrote the melody of your life, and you listen to there and you know that you're confessing your feelings. That's what we want people to feel when they hear our music. And no matter what kind of emotion or what kind of stage in life they're in, when they listen to any part of our music, we hope that it touches them. It makes us seem like a storyteller for them, you know.
And also to bring them positivity and motivation in life, definitely.
Right. Yeah. So who are some of you guys' influences?
Well, I gotta say, like, we started off with David Guetta and Afrojack. That's what we called like this music, party music.
Calvin Harris.
Yeah, Calvin Harris, basically the top DJs right now. But then eventually, like the biggest influences right now, especially for our music direction right now, is definitely Chami. Chami is also my favorite artist at the moment because his music just says so much it just has so much character. It's like pretty much he went against the mainstream, the big room scene, and then just created a whole new wave of future house movement. And that's something just I wish I can do, and I hope that I can do, you know?
Yeah.
We can do.
Right, so the big names DJ just inspired us to go towards this music, but what really influenced our style starts from Chami. Chami, and then we go from there.
Yes.
Yeah. So how has this journey been so far? Like, what's been difficult? What's been great?
Oh my,
A lot of difficulties for sure. I mean, in the beginning, it was just our family going against our decision to like make this our career, you know, especially for me. I graduated from USC last May, and then they're just like, what, you're graduating from a top 20 school in US and you're just like trying to do music? And I'm just like, yes, because this is what I love, you know. And then the second hard part is to promote the music to the right people, especially with the oversaturation of producers, young producers right now. Everybody's like trying to make it as a DJ, and it's just really hard to like find the right people who will appreciate the music, and then also it's really hard to become different. But it's at the same time we also love the challenge because just forces us to constantly come up with new ways to please or shock the audience, basically.
Right. It's really hard to please everyone, and it's really hard to know what kind of direction we should take, knowing that we can't please everyone, you know?
Yeah.
So that's one of the difficulties we have when we do ask our friends and family to come out support. A lot of times, either the crowd is different, like they don't really listen to your music. It's just a party, or it's just it's harder to find the right kind of audience to deliver your music to. And that's what I have been struggling with. Is that I feel like there's too many DJs out there. They want to perform, they want to be the life of a party, but they're not really showcasing their music. They're not really in telling what they really want other people to see differently.
Yeah.
But for us, we want everyone to hear different beats, different melody every single time they hear our set, because we're original that way. You know?
Yeah. I love that, and I definitely want to elaborate on so many parts of that, but we'll start with the parents first. So because hey, I'm Asian, I can relate, yo. So
Exactly.
have they come around? Like, what you guys do about that when they said no?
Well, for me, I mean, because I was the one who graduated. He's still in school, so he doesn't have to really go like straightforward and tell them, wow, this is what I want to do, you know. So I was the first to tell my mom that hey, well, I want to make this my career. And then she was just so mad in the beginning, but then after a few days, she's just like, all right, I'll give you a chance, you know, like, I love you, you're my son, I believe in you. I know you guys will eventually, if you guys really love me, you guys would eventually make it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For parents, a lot of times I kind of describe music in the way they want to hear. So we don't really say that we're poets on the street just trying to help people. I describe myself as we're basically, okay, quoting from BEAUZ, he actually thinks music can be a business, and it is a kind of business these days, right? The way you market yourself, the way you reach out to your audience, the way you build your brand, it's all important. It's all important, and it's all related to marketing. So when they're mad at me for wanting to pursue passion, I actually tell them, hey, while I pursue my passion, me and Bernie, we're actually working on economic projects right here. This is a live example of how we can utilize what we learn in school. And to influence not only us, but also others, and prove to our family that we can do this.
Yeah, and they buy that?
So much bullshit there, but yeah, they do.
I'm trying to give everyone
They're very
some
supportive.
advice.
As of right now, they're very supportive.
Yeah.
And we are so grateful for that.
I mean, we've been working hard every day, and we do like showcase our stuff to them. So it's kind of an anchor for them to still be peaceful right now about our dream and passions that we're pursuing right now.
Yeah, so that kind of brings me into the second part. Like, you guys haven't been around for too long, but you guys have been playing at, you know, some of the big clubs in LA and in San Francisco. So, you know, any advice for the new guys that are trying to pursue this out there? Like, how do you do it?
It really depends on if you want to become a producer or a DJ. If you just want to be a DJ and play at clubs, I feel like that will definitely not earn as much respect for you as
an artist.
Yeah, if you were to be a producer, you know, because these days producers kind of rule the scene. And then so I would suggest you guys just start like make music, just keep making music, and then just like let your friends listen, let your families listen, let everyone listen, and improve that way. You know, get your feedback, make it into positive energy, and then just keep making more music. And one day more and more people will like your music, and then you will definitely make more noise on SoundCloud, and that's when all your friends, basically how we got our first gig was through a friend who was a promoter, and then the promoter's like, hey, I know you'll do well, and then that's how we landed our first gig in Hollywood, the Attic. Yeah,
it's a pretty small club, but it was a start.
Yeah.
One thing I would tell the beginners is never give up. Just never give up. Like, there are gonna be times that when you have artist block, like you don't know what the trend is, you don't know if you can make it. Never give up. Just
have faith.
Yeah, keep pumping out your music, and keep knowing that your music is gonna influence someone out there. Someone's gonna connect with you with your music, and that should push you through.
Believe in your music.
Yeah.
Basically.
And you know, we kind of touched on that earlier. You said it's pretty difficult, and it's a challenge to kind of figure out how to make everyone happy. So how do you guys go about that every day? Like, as far as making your music, or like kind of cultivating your sound? Are you thinking of like what others will like? Do you guys go with what you guys like?
I feel like for us, it's really finding the true balance between what other people want, what our fans want, and what we want. And I think that's true artistry, because you can't just always make something that everyone else likes, because you have to create new movements, and that's how you like stand out. Because if you only play or make top 40, you'll only be like that. You'll always be behind someone who's more innovative than you are.
Very true.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I see that you guys have like a ton of remixes, a ton of dope remixes.
Thank you.
And can we expect to see like some original production this year, some more tracks?
I feel like we're definitely getting known for our remixes, and that is a very good thing. But then right now we're definitely making a lot of original tracks with even vocals, or just like a lot of different kinds of stuff. And then we're just submitting to a lot of labels. We're actually releasing under a label soon. Cannot disclose right now, but then, because it's still in the process.
Yeah.
But definitely big things coming out. A lot of original mixes and a lot of original vocals.
We kind of the reason why we hold back our originals and release a bunch of remixes is, first, remixes are more well known, and then that's a good way to establish our brand. And second, it's good way to create hype. If you have a bunch of remixes and you don't have originals, people are anticipating for an album. So right now we have been working with several artists. John Beaver, he's a experienced veteran DJ in the Bay Area. We've been working on him working with him on several songs. It's like 4 or 5 tracks, and we're looking to drop that album soon.
Yeah.
And we're also working with several vocalists to actually help us and help her to grow as a musician as a whole. And hopefully next year, by next year, we'll have originals come out, and please support if they do.
Yeah, we
Yes.
definitely will. Let us know. And what would you say is a goal that you guys have? You know, whether that's a milestone in the career, or like a festival, or a place you'd want to play at.
You want to just go first?
You can go first.
Okay. We have reached several milestones already, but those are not the final things. So if you want to say if there's somewhere that we really like see as a game changer in our musician career, then I would say performing at places like Miami, Ibiza. We want to perform at the biggest place to reach out to the biggest amount of people.
Actually, our ultimate goal is to revolutionize the music scene in Asia. EDM is actually growing super fast in Asia, especially they already have Ultra Japan, Ultra Korea, and Ultra Taiwan. We're actually from Taiwan, and then they're definitely gonna have something similar in China too. And China is definitely the biggest market out there. We're not doing it for the money, of course. Money is important, but because the music is so stagnant in there, the pop music there has been the same for the past 15, 20 years, I would say. And then they just really need that push. And then I feel like if we establish ourselves in the United States or worldwide, and then we go back and then we produce for the pop singers over there,
we'll change the game.
We will change the game.
Yeah.
So and then changing music style is definitely revolutionary in Asia, because they have been sticking with Chinese pop, R&B, those kind of genre for ages. You know, it's time for them to experience and incorporate different cultures and different ideas that are outside of Asia.
Especially with international collaborations such as Tiesto and Jane Zhang and Lee Hom and Avicii. Those songs are, I would say, not mediocre, but like not their best.
You heard it here first on Mia Now.
They definitely got so much positive feedback already, you know, because their ears are still fresh. Basically, these music appeal to them for sure.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you guys on that. And like, as far as collaborations goes, who would be a dream collaboration for you guys?
Well, besides Chami, and I mean, his favorite artist is like Seven Lions. So besides,
I love him.
Yeah, besides Chami and Seven Lions, we're probably gonna collab with either. I mean, there's I feel like different genres have different titans. Okay, but then Skrillex is definitely one of our list because, like Diplo said, he is definitely one of the best sound designers in the game right now. And then he can make everything and anything. And then I feel like collaborating with him will be such a mind-blowing experience. You know,
There's just so much possibility. He cross-reference to all the genres, and so that means no matter what kind of project we start with, he's gonna be able to finish it with us because he has that creativity. And for me, Seven Lions is a must to collaborate with because of the emotion, and because of that feeling that he always delivered from each one of his track. I feel like no matter how much you don't appreciate his music or not like his single track, he always tried to top every single track that he does. He always tried to tell a story from behind each single track.
Yeah.
And that's what I personally want to do, and that's what BEAUZ is trying to do, is to create a story, in every single track. And Seven Lions is definitely going to help us with that.
Yeah, he's definitely one of my favorite artists too.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, well, so let's get to know you guys a little bit better, just as individuals. And how has it been, like, doing this project as, like, brothers?
Awesome, honestly, because whenever we have difficulties or like artistic blocks, we just seek each other for help, and that's freaking awesome. Like this, because we're so similar in our passion, our interest, and our upbringing. We're kind of like just a clone of each other. I mean,
In a different way.
different way.
Different versions of
Exactly.
clones. Yeah. So we can cross-reference to each other's mind. It's like a mirror.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like a mirror. You're just like, is this idea good now? And then you just change it,
You're like, nah, bro, that's not.
We're really grateful for having each other, definitely.
Yeah, there's definitely doubts. There's definitely a lot of difficulties that we face together. But one thing, working as a brother, that really makes this an enjoyable experience is that we both know that it's our dreams, and we both won't give up on our dreams.
Yeah.
I won't give up on his dream. He won't give up on my dream. So that's another reason to fight for it. So every time we wake up, we're just like, okay, yeah. If you do want to give up, you gotta think, oh shit, man, like this project, it's not just about you. It's about reaching out to everyone. It's about making our dream come true. And as when we were younger, we already established that kind of partnership. So there's no way that we're gonna give up on each other. So that's one of it.
BEAUZ for life.
So, do you guys ever get sick of each other? Do you guys spend way too much time together?
We actually used to fight much more often. These days we don't really argue that much because it's we're grown ups, and then it's just fighting is like counterproductive, honestly.
I guess that being similar thing is counterproductive when we were younger because we're too similar. We spend too much time with each other. That's why we fight a lot. But now that I moved away for school and now we share same passion, same talent.
Yeah.
There's no way we get sick of each other because our attitude is always trying to be professional, right?
Exactly.
So when he gets mad at me, I'll be like, okay, fine, I'll do whatever it takes. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, can you guys describe the other person with one or two words?
Yeah.
He's Mr. Popular. Yep.
Is that true? Is that true?
No, I try to be, but no.
You're just being
I'm
modest.
really nice to people, so like if they're nice to me back, then that's a relationship creation right there.
Yeah.
2 words for my brother: creative and persistent. Like I have never seen someone who persists and believe in passion this much, right? I look around my friends. Some of them, they know what they're doing in life. They're like in college, out of college. Some of them they don't. Some of them believe in themselves, but some of them don't. But Bernie is definitely one of the people who actually believe and actually has that drive in him to establish whatever he envisioned in his goal and his mind. So I appreciate that. So that's 2 words: creative, persistent.
Well, that's really important, right? To be in the music industry. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. And what's something that is on you guys' bucket list?
Well, it's hard, but then one of the things, there are a lot, But one of the things definitely to DJ in Dubai. It's because we saw that in Fast and Furious 7. Damn. Yeah, that T-Pain was DJing on top of the tower, right? I want to be in his place.
Yep. Yeah, bucket list is kind of a long stretch, but definitely seeing that our friends and family really have a proof of our success. I think that's one of my bucket lists. Like, no matter, keep a poster of us in your house, like a record, or like.
Or probably bring our mom to the rave.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Tell me that their support is worth it.
Yeah. And do you guys have any like guilty pleasures? Any like crazy skills that most people might not know about?
We're getting to juicy part right here. Guilty pleasure. I like to eat a lot.
Yeah, I sleep too much.
Do you?
Yeah.
What? How much do you sleep?
Like, I mean, I can sleep 8 hours, but I prefer to sleep 11 hours.
Damn. It's like how much I sleep in 2 days.
Big preference right there.
So what else do you guys like to do outside of making music?
Well, I like to work out. I love gymming, and I have been working out religiously for the past 2 months because of Ultra. I'm going to Ultra.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm so excited for that. And then, what about you?
Before I started making music, producing electronic music, I dance. I really like to pop.
Yeah.
I really like dancing.
Okay, show us some moves. Show us some moves.
Could you see that clearly?
Put you on the spot.
You just push it and just
Oh my god.
We also used to be really a big part of a beatbox club in high school.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, alright. Let's show us something.
Okay, it's so rusty because we haven't been doing it for at least I haven't been doing it for 4 years already. But like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do some.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
And we try.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
rusty. It's so rusty.
Before we wrap up, I want to see what you guys think that the music industry needs more of right now.
It definitely needs more.
Needs more originality, I would say. Here's the thing: a lot of big producers out there. There's so many talents out there. I see like small names. They don't get the exposure they need. No, they deserve. They don't get the support they deserve. But a lot of big name DJs, they're stagnant in their style, but they still get a bunch of support. That's largely due to the music market being very advertising like oriented. You know, like everyone. It's all about advertisement. You have to reach out to your audience in a certain way. You know, music blogs, dance music festivals. It's really hard to really find the right crowd for you to perform your music. So that's why big name DJs always have monopoly on this because they already have a set database, a set crowd that really would support them. And I think we need less of that, and we need more of how original artists can directly be able to perform their tracks to their fans and gain support from that.
Yeah, I agree. And what about the world? What do you feel like the world can use more of?
Love.
Love?
I feel like as we grow up more, that we just feel like things are getting more and more materialistic.
No, I just feel like there's so many haters out there, you know? It's just like so much negativity, especially on the internet, you know? It's just like, I don't know why so much hate, you know? Like, even like Donald Trump, I'm not like supporting him or anything, but why do people have to say so much mean things about, you know? Even though if he's like not, just like his policies are not yours, you know? It's just,
people are being derogatory.
Exactly.
Instead of being like reasonable.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and then that negativity persists.
Definitely, you know, I mean, it's good that, you know, like Facebook, Instagram is promoting like a cycle of love. Everybody's like liking each other. But, you know, a lot of comments, a lot of comments on like blogs and stuff are just like
Unnecessary.
yeah, it's not unnecessary. It's just like, why do you have to put other people down? You know, like it's just how we grow is to not only just help each other but also compete with each other very in a positive way. You know.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, being critical is definitely
Yes.
it's definitely right, the right shit to do because you want to be honest to other people, right? But that's that. You shouldn't bring in any hate. You shouldn't
Yeah.
bring in any things that doesn't relate to the mass subject matter, right? Yeah.
And so, lastly, what words do you have for your fans listening out there, and what's the best way to connect with you guys?
Well, we're very active with Snapchat, Instagram, and then SoundCloud. So they definitely be sure to follow us on SoundCloud. There's a lot of new remixes. We pretty much put out like new song every week, and then we actively participate in remix competitions. And then we
Follow us on Instagram.
We love connecting with our fans, especially right now. Most of our fans are our friends.
Hey, I found you guys, and I wasn't a friend, right?
Hey, I thought we're friends.
About that. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
If fans want to connect with us, you can pretty much find us everywhere. YouTube, we're beginning to upload all our stuff on YouTube as well.
Actually, different things. Everyday life, follow us on Snapchat. You want to see us fucking around, like hanging out with friends? Snapchat is definitely the best. Instagram, that's also daily exposure. But if you really want to dig into our music, SoundCloud and Facebook definitely is one of the most prolific sites out there, and YouTube too, because there are a lot of copyright issue with SoundCloud, and that's why we can't upload a lot of our remixes out there.
yeah.
And YouTube could, so yeah.
Yeah, well, that's definitely how I found you guys, and I'm really excited to see where you guys take this thing in the next 1 or 2 years, and I can't wait to catch one of you guys' shows in person.
Damn, yeah.
Hey, Elaine, if we do play in New York, please come out. We'll help you.
Yeah, of course.
Definitely. All right, well, thanks for coming
It's a
on.
pleasure. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, thanks.